Well, hello, old friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you can believe it, including this episode, we have 4 more tales inside JMS's masterpiece. I can't believe it. I'm a little heartsick to be at this point. I'm incredibly excited, a little fearful, a lot fearful to see how this ends. But the one thing I can truly appreciate, outside of all the nebulous nature of the ending of a series, the one thing I know for certain is that I am absolutely honored each and every time you join me to watch one of these shows. It means the world, friends. Babylon 5 is a great show. It's made excellent by this community. This community of Babylon 5, you guys are without peer. It is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you, all the comments, all the support. It has meant the world. And so my full focus, my full force, and I'll try not to get talking about Londo and why they didn't tell him or the telepaths. I'm going to try to focus and not become a broken record with certain things, but I can't wait to watch these last 4 with you, friends. So let's get into it. Today we'll be watching Season 5, Episode 19, The Wheel of Fire. Let's go. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for the one and only Babylon 5 or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then. And this is now. And what is now? Now it's time for the 19th episode from the 5th and final season of Babylon 5, The Wheel of Fire. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go.
Ambassador Jakar, welcome back.
Captain Lockley, well...
Welcome back to you, Lockley.
How's Londo?
I don't know. Though I mourn for my own people, in all my life, I don't think I've ever felt more pity for anyone than I do for him.
Well, maybe Emperor Malari will have more of a chance at happiness than Ambassador Malari ever did.
We'll say.
I should mention that there are a few of your people waiting to see you in customs.
Just a few. Good. My presence on Centauri Prime during this little war has probably cooled their enthusiasm a bit.
Watch, there'll be like 300 people there.
What matters is that you came to meet me.
Jakar, I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
Oh, there's going to be a ton of people. Do they have figurines? They sure do. Oh my God, I want that poster. See, that's what you get for saying things people like to hear, Jakar.
Look, the meeting is about to start.
No, the meeting's at 4 o'clock.
No, the meeting is at 2, Michael. Now, you better get down here fast.
It's all right. Since you're already up, why don't you start?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I've been drinking. Pretty heavy.
Since the Minbari, since the Centauri are the main competitors for trade and...
Mr. Garibaldi,
Is this an intervention?
you're drunk.
Mr. President,
Glenn, I need to see you out in the hall for a moment. The rest of you are dismissed. We will reconvene later.
Welp.
And so it begins.
And so it begins, Kosh says. Seems like forever since we've seen Kosh. I am going to miss the hell out of these characters, this place, these stories. But boy, oh boy, what a joy. Someone asked me, we're in the credits, everybody. Somebody asked me, do I intend to do a rewatch of Babylon 5? I certainly do. However, what I would like to do with the rewatch is give some time between my initial watch and the rewatch, simply because I want to be able to, again, this is more for me, my Swiss cheese brain. I want to allow the original watch through to be with me for a little bit, if that makes sense, before I kind of answer questions that a second rewatch might provide. Ideally, I would like to have somebody that has never watched Babylon 5 watch with me the next time. So that's what I'm working on, friends. Someone also made a great comment about Sheridan and Delenn, that they seem to be shadows of their former selves. in season 5, I sort of agree with that.
Please sit.
If you don't mind, I'd rather stand.
Alrighty, then you're fired.
When did you start drinking again, Michael?
Look, if you're gonna fire me, please just do it. Get it over with.
When did you start drinking again?
I don't know. Not long ago, a couple of months.
Couple of months, man.
I tried to convince myself that I was reading too much into the meetings where you were late or unprepared. The recent decline in your performance. You've been under a great deal of pressure lately. What we went through at the end of the Civil War, and then coming right back here without even a break in between. I tried to tell myself that it was just the strain of the last year or so.
I mean, technically it was.
You got every reason to be angry with me.
I'm not angry with you. Not now.
I'm disappointed.
But I am very disappointed, Michael.
There you go.
I'd rather have you yelling at me or angry. Anything but disappointed. I know I failed.
I didn't say I was disappointed in you because of your failure. I'm disappointed because I didn't pick up on this earlier. When Stephen had his problem a couple of years ago, I didn't step forward and offer my help when I should have, and he damn near died trying to deal with his problem on his own.
I get that.
But I try not to make the same mistake twice.
So I'm not fired?
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
The only person you have to worry about hurting or helping is yourself. So no, you're not fired. But I am placing you on suspension.
How long?
Until you work this out.
He's gonna need help. He can't do it.
And you have to understand that your problem is not between you and me, you and your job, or any of that. Your problem is between you
and you.
And you. And when you've worked this out, we'll be here.
It's a tough ask because the stuff with Bester's not going away, you know?
No, thank you. Appreciate it, but no. Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Go away!
Jakar, it's Dr. Franklin. I need to...
What is that?
Quite a line you got out there, Jakar.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about this, Jakar?
I got a call from your government. They've been trying to get a hold of you ever since you got back, but you're not taking any calls.
It seemed a simpler way of achieving a little peace than hanging myself.
They want him back on Homeworld.
They want me to tell you that your homeworld is up in arms, Jakar. Half of them want you to come home, take charge of the whole place.
I told them no before.
There are worse jobs, man.
What do the other half want?
Your head.
Come back long enough to give them your blessing and let them run Narn on your behalf. Looks like your popularity back home has kicked into high gear.
On what basis?
Your book, bud.
And you don't want the power. And people love giving power to those they believe don't want it.
This is insane.
Yeah, well, that's as good a word as any.
I love Franklin.
Bringing more pilgrims who want to learn from me. If I stay here, we'll be flooded with my people. If I go home, they'll make me into this.
An idol.
Why does the universe give us puzzles with no answers?
Payback, maybe.
They won't go to Centauri Prime.
Can God make a rock so big that even he can't lift it?
Yes, I've heard it, but...
I wonder if that's the wrong question. Wonder if the right question is, can God create a puzzle so difficult, a riddle so complex, that even he can't solve it?
What if that's us?
The riddle.
Yes, Zach, what is it?
I've got an emergency transmission from Earth Security HQ standing by. I figured you should be in on it.
Really?
During the last month, there have been a dozen more attacks on Psychor property. Bombings, sabotage, you name it. Now, we believe those responsible are amateurs, but they're making up for it with resources. High-tech weapons, munitions, comm systems. They've got it all.
The telepaths.
Point 1. At the site of every bombing, we found the words, "Remember Byron."
Oh, boy.
Point 2. We've traced the money used to purchase the weapons used in these attacks through several shell companies. The money trail ends at Babylon 5.
Lita.
Now, you are under orders to detain Lita Alexander for questioning, arrest her if necessary.
Really? I find it hard to believe that Lita is funding terrorism while at the same time trying to work out a deal for the telepaths to get away. Like everything she did with Narn.
Well, the president told me you were suspended, not fired.
Same difference. We both know I'm not getting my job back anytime soon, not after all this.
Well, if that's what you've decided, then that's what's gonna happen. But you do have the option to choose otherwise.
Thanks for the fortune cookie wisdom. Anything else?
Yeah, came to try to help, but...
Tell you that I understand.
You understand. And you want to help. Even after we've locked horns from day one.
That's right.
Who better?
And what makes you think that you understand? What makes you think you know what I'm going through, Captain, huh? Please tell me, because I could use a good laugh.
Day of the Dead told us that she had a problem at one point.
Because you feel like you're alone. You need that anger to push away anybody whose compassion might contradict you. Because you feel like you're not in control anymore. Hey, you may as well go even further out of control.
The control thing is huge.
People who hurt you, like Bester, you've got to lash out at everybody else.
She has your number, buddy.
The drinking gives a control freak like you permission to let it go. To be angry, to lash out, to lose it.
Did you get that out of a book? Was it a psychology text or was it one of those pop-up books?
And you can do better than that, Mike.
I am not.
When he was drunk, he used to lash out at us, just like you're lashing out at me right now. And because he was career military, he thought he had to keep it buttoned up. Shirts pressed, chin up, yes sir, no sir, nothing in between. Doesn't matter what you feel, you keep it down. I figured it was my fault somehow. So I was always trying to fix whatever it was. Nothing worked. And after a while, I got so frustrated, so hurt, that I ran away from home. Which just confirmed his suspicions, same ones you've got.
And what are those?
That you're a failure. That you're not good enough to handle the job and you got no business being here.
I'll tell you what, Captain. I've got a few things to do around here, so why don't you just leave?
Not until I'm finished.
Get out!
Think that's gonna scare her?
After my mother died, I was the one who had to go through the house and figure out what to sell, what to keep. While I was going through the attic, I came across some paintings. Landscapes, portraits, beautiful work.
From him.
They'd been painted by my father. It was the one thing he loved, almost as much as he loved my mother. He never wanted to be in the military. He just did it because everybody expected him to, like his father, and his father before that. He stopped painting the day he enlisted.
When you have passion and purpose like that, you can't replace it.
So you had a hard life and your old man had some real life problems, but that doesn't mean that you understand what I'm going through. You know, in all the time that you've been here, I've never even seen you take a drink.
No, you haven't. Because I've got the same exact damn problem you've got.
I didn't...
No, of course you didn't. See, children of alcoholics usually end up one of two ways. Either they try to help everybody else because they couldn't help themselves, or they become alcoholics.
That's exactly right.
If it could be swallowed, shot, or smoked, oh, I did it. Until somebody very close to me died. After that, I tried to get better. And it hasn't been easy. Every day is a struggle. So if you think I don't know what you're feeling, mister, you're wrong.
She feels it every day.
Maybe that's why we didn't get along from day one. Maybe we recognized too much of ourselves in the other person. I couldn't help my father. And I couldn't help myself at the time, but maybe I can help you. The only way I know how. By telling you all that.
You either help others or you become... We needed more of Lockley this season. We really did.
The guy she's talking to is Wolfgang Schneider, an arms dealer. Works with the Norns a lot, but strictly freelance.
Oh, wow. I guess she is doing it then.
All right, everybody in place?
Yeah, parked and ready to go.
She gonna hear you coming.
Lita, we need to talk to you.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you later.
We're gonna let the arms dealer go? All right.
Am I under arrest, Zach?
We just need you to answer some questions. Now, we can do this any way you like. But if we have to arrest you, that's what we'll do.
What's the charge?
Aiding and abetting terrorist activities back home. Look, there's no reason to make a scene here. Just come with us.
What if I don't want to go?
I don't think you have a lot of choice.
Are you sure about that, Captain?
Lita.
I'm tired of being pushed around, Captain.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she's a P5.
I do not choose to be arrested. I've done a lot for this place. And just once I think a little gratitude would be in order, don't you?
Lita, don't force us to...
To what?
Zach?
Zach's gone bye-bye.
You cannot stop someone who's been touched by Vorlons.
You're not the only one that's been touched by the Vorlons. Let them go or I'll blow the back of your skull off.
Jesus!
You can't be everywhere, Mr. President.
Good point. Oh! Get her out of here and put her in level 1 lockup. I hate myself for saying this, but maybe you should have pulled the trigger while you could. We may not get another chance.
We don't know she's involved. We're just gonna murder her because she might be involved? It looks bad, but...
I don't know, maybe they're linked somehow. You know, the angrier she gets, the more her abilities increase. Maybe it's the other way around. You know, she's been through hell lately.
Interesting.
I just want to say I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. I know how hard that must have been for you, and I appreciate what you said and why you said it. I don't know what I'm going to do about it yet, but I just wanted to say thanks.
What are we looking at here?
What am I looking for?
Michael!
Please.
Well done.
What part of my message did you get? We've been having trouble with the comm system, see, and...
The most important part. The part that said, I need you.
Well done, Lockley. We have needed a lot more of her. Not even sure why they have her, to be honest. They've used her so infrequently.
I just don't understand it, Stephen. What could make her turn like this?
Adjusted by the Vorlons, dumped by the Vorlons, used as a weapon, quit the Corps, lost the only man she ever loved, and dedicated herself to finishing his work.
And we all treated her like shit.
I tell you, the next person who acts irrationally, I swear I'm going to shoot myself in the head.
Bastards!
Did she just?
She did.
I'll get the gun.
Delenn, are you...
Bastards!
Yeah, we got that part.
The non-government says they're going to boycott all our ships until Geeky comes home.
They think you're holding him.
Say he's staying here out of a sense of obligation. And
Oh,
that
okay.
If we tell him to go home, he will.
They're insane.
I know. And I don't think I can,
Delenn?
Is this where we find out she's pregnant?
Michael, it doesn't matter. You were going to leave at the end of the year anyway. At least that's what you told me. Did you mean it?
Of course I meant it. That doesn't change anything.
He doesn't want to end this way.
I'm going to try and sober up. I know I can do it. It may take a while. It may take a long while.
Or you're admitting it, man. And as cliche as that sounds, that's the biggest step.
I just want to give you a normal life.
There is no normal life, Michael.
There's just life.
There's just life. I know you have a problem, but we can work through it together.
Sounds like Doc Holliday.
I'm still trying to get a handle on running Edgar's Industries. There's a lot going on. A lot I don't understand, a lot I don't want to understand. You can be a huge help to me, and I can help you. That's what married couples do.
You still want to go through with this?
More than anything in my entire life, I'm offering you love and passion and co-ownership of one of the biggest corporations on Mars.
It is a good proposition.
What do you say?
I'd say that the president just got outbid.
It's still going to be tough, buddy.
Michael, where are you going?
To kill two teeps with one stone.
Look, you have to understand, she's a Minbari human hybrid. Things aren't going to work the same.
Wait, what are you talking about? What is wrong with her?
She's pregnant.
This couldn't have been a shock. We've seen the future.
We're in uncharted terrain, John. Now, I figured the odds were 100 to 1 against, which I guess goes to show you I wasn't born to gamble. She's young. She's in good shape. She's strong-willed, that's for sure. If you're asking for a yes or no answer, I can't give you one.
Yeah, he doesn't have that.
The odds are good. But as we just saw, I have been wrong before.
I love him.
But if I can have both, I want both. I know she wanted.
Great shot.
Hello, Lita.
Oh my God, is he going to ask her to remove the block?
I'm just gonna sit over here.
Yeah, have a seat.
I know you think you can fight your way out of it, but you're not gonna be able to do any good if they keep you drugged or in stasis for the trip home. Once they got you back,
They're going to cut you open.
I sure would hate to visit Psychor headquarters and see bits of you floating around in jars of formaldehyde. I think I can help you, Lita. I can help you and
Help myself.
you can help me. Now, if you're interested, I'll try and get us transferred to another cell where we can talk privately without having that camera watch over us the whole time.
That camera?
What camera?
Right.
She could do that to your brain, dude. And I think you know that.
We know that you've been funneling money to the underground back home and in turn hitting the Psychor. You're doing it because you don't like what they've done to you and the other telepaths. Well, we've got something in common. Because I don't like what they've done to me. They messed with my mind, and Bester planted a neural block in my head that keeps me from nailing that sucker's head to the wall.
You're drinking again.
Wow.
I can't help you. Even I can't get rid of an addiction.
Interesting. Interesting. That's how strong it is.
You can take out Bester's neural block. That's when all my problems started to happen again. I mean, if you give me the freedom to get back at him, then maybe I might have a chance to get a little control over my life again.
And in return?
I can have a very influential corporation talk to Earth on your behalf to drop the charges.
But I'd have to leave Babylon 5 and not come back.
Yep.
That would have to be the deal.
It's not enough.
That's a pretty good deal.
How much is your revenge worth to you, Michael?
I told you this isn't about revenge, Lita. I am just trying to get back in control of my life again.
Of course. In that case, I have a counter proposal for you.
Hey, listen. This Lita that we are talking to right now is one of our own making.
Look, all the transactions have been placed in a secret account and only she has the access code. Now, she's agreed to transfer the money into a secret fund that's going to be used exclusively to help telepaths. And we're blowing stuff up.
Now, who's going to supervise this trust fund?
She's given me authority to pick someone. Now, Captain, I give you my word, every penny in that fund will be accounted for.
All right, assuming this is true.
Who do you put in charge of that?
Okay, once she's out of the brig, then what? I can't just let her wander around Babylon 5 in her current state.
She's going to leave.
She is extremely powerful, very dangerous, and for my money, unstable.
I just happened to catch the last part of your discussion.
And the first part and the middle part.
This is how I've come to be seen by my people. Despite my best efforts, I've become an icon. I realized it's simpler to make a statue to someone who you believe embodies all your better qualities than it is to actually improve yourself.
And this saves you from having to think.
Exactly. Once you turn into this, you can no longer be who you are. You can only be what they want you to be, what they expect you to be. If I return, they will try to make me into this, and I cannot allow that. If I stay here, my followers will continue to disrupt Babylon 5. Is that not true, Captain?
I hate to say it, but...
I hate to see everybody leaving.
I also realize that there is so much I have never seen. How much more could I understand? How much more could I help my people if I saw even more of the universe around us? So I have decided to go away. I will return when I've found a way to destroy this while keeping the message intact.
What about Lita?
I could use a traveling companion. I have learned a great deal about healing wounds and curing anger. Perhaps in my way I can help her deal with her own anger as I dealt with mine. Either way, as soon as I put my affairs in order, I am leaving Babylon 5. And it is entirely possible that I may never return.
Ugh. The best person to go with Lita.
Did she go for the deal?
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
She didn't really have a whole lot of room to debate.
With him leaving and taking Lita with him, and Franklin taking a job back on Earth, me leaving soon, Londo gone. Hell, even Sheridan's heading off to Minbar with Delenn as soon as he gets the new facilities for the Alliance in order. I don't know, it just,
End of an era.
Seems like this place is going to be the same anymore.
It surely will not.
I made a good deal.
I have a counter proposal for you. I raised money to help fight the Psi Corps, but the way they tracked it back to me shows I don't have the background to know how to use it.
Oh boy.
With Edgar's Industries, you've got resources, contacts, and a way to move large amounts of money without attracting attention.
And you hate the Psi Corps.
We'll set up 2 accounts. The first one's for show. The second one is the real account, the big one. Use that money to hurt the Psi Corps and help my people. You can help me destroy the Psi Corps and free my people.
Well, why not just remove the neural block?
Because it's a great motivator. You won't rest until it's gone, and I'm the only hope you've got of ever getting rid of it. I'll check back with you after 2 years. If you've done as I ask, if you've created a force I can use against the Corps, I'll take out that neural block. Then you can deal with Bester.
She is who we made her.
I could just grab the money and run.
I don't believe you'd do that.
And I could find you.
I'd kill you where you stand.
How?
You need a demonstration?
Something's happened to your abilities. You're not a P5 anymore. Hell, you're not even a P12. You're the strongest telepath that I've ever seen. What did the Vorlons do to you, Lita? What are you?
That's a good question.
That in a war, you have a certain number of small weapons, a certain number of medium-sized weapons.
And nukes.
You're the telepathic equivalent of a thermonuclear device, a doomsday weapon.
Oh.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Garibaldi.
That is dope as hell.
One would think you have never seen a pregnant, half-human, half-Minbari before.
It's an everyday occurrence.
I'll have to adjust to being emperor like I had to adjust to my new job. I'm sure that's all. Hell, he's probably still celebrating his coronation.
Oh, I'm sure.
I hope he's all right, John. I really do.
I was going to say he absolutely is not. He got rid of everybody, so they couldn't be used against him, they couldn't be hurt, and he has given himself a prison of isolation. Why? Because he's Londo Malari, patriot. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Babylon 5, Season 5, Episode 19, The Wheel of Fire, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished The Wheel of Fire, the 19th episode of the 5th and final season of the one and only Babylon 5. Oh boy. Okay, so there was a lot that went into this episode. A ton of stuff was going on. And you know what? I enjoyed that because we needed this. We actually needed several of these episodes and to kind of advance a lot of storylines that are out there. And we have a lot of character beats that desperately needed evolution. We kind of let them stagnate for a while. And I think there's no better example of kind of the storyline stagnation that we've had. It's almost encapsulated in the character of Lockley. Whenever Lockley is around, we seem to advance certain things a little bit more than what we do whenever she's not there. Do I think it's because of her presence or the actor's presence? No, I just think that JMS needs Lockley to be there to sort of bridge between a bunch of our different worlds here. Michael's the perfect example, and I'm so glad that Lockley used that because we had established in Day of the Dead, Lockley has an addiction problem. We didn't know it was alcohol. I thought it was the drugs that had killed her friend. But again, it makes perfect sense, especially now that we know her dad was also an alcoholic. But again, Mike's not going to listen to anybody from Sheridan to Delenn. It's almost an embarrassment for him. But if you have somebody that says, hey, I'm exactly like you. I have the same affliction. I have the same challenges every day. It's a lot more difficult to look at somebody that makes that admission and say, there's nothing you can say that can help me. That's difficult, especially when you're still in your right mind, which Mike is. Mike cannot look at her and say, no, what could you tell me that I wouldn't know myself? I'm in this situation. No, you're intelligent, Mike. She's admitted she's in that situation too. there is information to be gleaned. And that's one thing Mike's good at. When Mike has his right mind about him, he can get anything out of anyone. A little bit of a tough topic for me, but when they're talking about alcoholism in that respect, especially when she talked about her dad, and it goes two ways for the children of alcoholics, and that was 100% what you hear. What they will tell you is that you can become it or you can help. There are people that rage against it, but again, as it's been described to me, the people that rage against it are going to make that choice eventually at some point. They're either going to help others with it or they are going to become it. And that's just the point of it's a disease. It is hereditary. It will come for you when you least expect it. And I think that admission from Lockley as a character is something that Michael needed to hear. Look what it did for him this episode. He absolutely, now again, Mike he didn't win against alcohol in this episode, but we saw a flash of the true Garibaldi in here when he had a purpose, a direction, and in many ways, I think it's because he knew he had backup. He knew he had somebody behind him that has been through the same war. And I think that is an exceptionally well done bit of writing by JMS. It was a great kind of some powder he kept dry for this moment to be able to have that exchange, have them be antagonistic the entire time, have them basically say they hate each other, then get to this point and you have a bond that cannot be overlooked. It was very, very well done. I also love the G'Kar storyline quite a bit. I think that ever since he started, we went with the Book of Jaquan, how he began to become more interested in not being as angry as he was. He was looking for an attitude in a life that was free of those emotions, and he began his own, the Book of G'Kar. And I think that speaking to that truth and writing about that truth and being real and honest about what he was feeling, how he was growing and where he was going, I think that it was it's going to draw people to you. It's going to draw people of like mind that want direction, that need questions answered. And your book provided the beginnings of that. They are going to come find you. They want to know more. They want to know, what does this mean? How can this help me? This part of the book helped me. What about this book? I don't think I understand it quite well enough. I want this to help me as much as the other part of the book. There are people that once they have that direction, they want to make sure that they're truly, going they're not northwest, they're going true north. They're not going northeast, they're going true north. And so it's that clarification of something as nebulous as religion or nebulous as a spiritual sort of mindset that's going to require the person to really just explain it to him. I think about the story that he told everybody when they were sitting down and Stephen was watching in about God and the light on the wall. And it eventually they were all looking at him like, that's too complicated for us. And he said, okay, the river is the truth and the mouth of the river is God. And they were like, oh, we got it. 100%, we got it. And so I think it's those type of moments that really have these people, have these other Narn coming forward. I think I would almost like it at this point too, if there were other races in, like predominantly Narn, 95% Narn, but like maybe one Drazi, you know what I mean? Or one Centauri. Wouldn't that be crazy? Who's sitting there with one of those idols and, the Book of G'Kar. I think that to me is the next step for what G'Kar has done. When it goes out and becomes something that is beyond even himself or the Narn, it becomes a mindset that anybody in any race on any planet could benefit from. And I think that's where we're going with it. It's an excellent storyline. It's so well done. And it's, you know what? I made a comment during the reaction that one of you had made a comment to me that said, it really seems like we have shadow versions or diminished versions of Delenn and John in season 5. I think that that's definitely something you can say. I actually believe most of that myself as well. The only thing I hesitate in is that they really haven't involved them in anything other than, hey, somebody else or the galaxy or somebody has a problem. Let's bring in John and Delenn. it's not growth for John and Delenn as characters. It's their interaction with the world as the world grows, or their interaction with a character like Michael as Michael grows. You know, it's something that it just takes away from them a little bit, in that they become these vehicles and these voices of confirmation or change, instead of actually being the drivers for this confirmation and change. Whether that be in their own stories, or the stories of Babylon 5, or the stories of the Alliance. Sure, we see them as these leadership figures. We've seen them in terrible circumstances, but we haven't seen them truly advance themselves inside this big galactic circus that we have. And there has to be a reason for that. And I think JMS waited to pull the trigger until the end of the season with any type of Delenn and John advancement. That's my thought. My thought is, it's almost like we've been drip fed water for the entire season, to the point where we, at the end, you know, I am parched for some Delenn and John advancement in their own characters, their own relationships, their own everything. And I think now we get the fire hose. I think JMS is going, you know what? They've suffered long enough. They've thirsted long enough, everybody. Let's get Delenn and John in here and end this thing really in a way that it started, where we bring it all back to our central characters, and we've peeled everybody off now, or at least given them the intent to peel off. Londo, Franklin, Lita, G'Kar, everybody is, now Michael's leaving, everybody is left, and who remains that is sort of, yeah, we know they're going to Minbar, but we don't know. If they just went to Minbar, that would be disappointing, because it's almost like, their story was actually done in season 4. You just saw some of their interactions in season 5. That's not JMS. I know JMS has more in store for them. I think now is the perfect time to give us John and Delenn's final chapters, you know? And that's sad to say, isn't it? But at the same time, I'm very interested to see how he constructed it, why he constructed it, and what he has waiting for us, because I know it's something. He's given such great send-offs to all these other characters. He's put them on paths that we can respect as audience members, that we can look at and say, yeah, that makes sense. Franklin doing what he's doing, that makes sense. You know, Lita doing what she's doing, that makes sense. We watched her get created by the negative associations and relationships she had on Babylon 5. And whether you like the storyline or not, I'm not a huge fan of the telepath storyline. This is a very appropriate continuation of Lita's story, where she just doesn't give a shit anymore. It is payback time and saving her people, and payback time for Byron. Perfect motivations. I completely understand them. We need to have that same type of bow tied on the end of John and Delenn's story. Now that we know that she's pregnant, I think we're getting ready to see that. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for Babylon 5 or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. Friends, but all that is then and this is now, and now, unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye from this, the 19th episode of the 5th season of Babylon 5. But where should we say goodbye from? We only have 4 more goodbyes from Babylon 5, with the last one being a little special. So right now, let's say we have 3 more, including this one, my friends. But where should we say goodbye from? We are the Greek chorus. As always, our job was JMS's job, is JMS's job. We look around for people that haven't seen this show, just like JMS did all those decades ago. He wanted to tell this tale to as many ears as could hear. Now that's our job. You all have been doing a fantastic job of it for decades, so now I would like to join in as well. Let's find somebody that hasn't seen it, and maybe, just maybe, if we can ask them the question, would you like to hear the greatest story ever told? JMS gets a new audience member. But friends, as a result of that dutiful service that we perform, we get a chance to jump back into the episode and say goodbye from a favored scene. And so, friends, this is going to be my sad goodbye. And by no means do I mean it to be a sad goodbye, but here's what we're going to do. You and I, we might not get another chance. We're going to take a walkabout, much like Franklin did way back when. And we're going to take a walkabout all through Babylon 5 to all the hot spots, all the places that we visited in that grand, grand station. walking around remembering the beats of Sinclair and Sheridan and DeLynn and Londo and Jakar, of Franklin and Lita and Garibaldi and all of these people that have left us or intend to leave us soon. And it's this walking tour, this remembrance of these great characters, where we turn our attention to the station itself, this stage for this great play, and we give it the respect it deserves. Because by God, it has been a fantastic place to watch a fantastic show. Until such time as we can continue our last 3 episodes, friends, farewell, old friends, and I'll see you.